Digital disruption is an effect that changes the fundamental expectations and behaviors in the culture, market, industry, or process that are caused by or expressed through digital capabilities, channels, or assets. While Malaysia's overall digital adoption rate is high, the business sector's adoption is relatively low. Malaysia's business sector underperforms relative to peer countries. The country's business sub-index stands at 0.55 compared to Singapore, Korea, and Japan. Now, that was in March 2021. So, what about now? Well, let's see. It's day one of the Digital Disruptors Week in Malaysia Tech Month 2021. We're coming to you live virtually. My name is Ashro and I'll be your host. So, if you want to know, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all here this fine Monday morning on the 23rd of August, 2021. I would like to thank all in attendance. I'd like to welcome all in attendance for you to join us today on this virtual platform, enabling us to connect even in these unpredictable times. For those who are tuning in this week, let's bring you up to speed. The Malaysia Tech Month 2021 was launched by Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation through the month of August as a virtual month-long curation of electrifying digital and technology keynotes, workshops, discussion panels, and business matching sessions. So it will feature distinguished groups of local and international industry speakers and investors to share their expert thoughts and experiences in the 4IR digital economy. With the theme, Malaysia, the Heart of Digital ASEAN, MTM 2021, we'll see exciting programs that will allow the spotlight to be shown upon digital ecosystem leaders and creators, leading-edge companies, as well as talents, enabling the stakeholders to discover new perspectives on domestic and global trends in artificial intelligence, drone tech, data analytics, fintech, Islamic fintech, e-commerce, agtech, creative games and animation, and not forgetting the digital workforce. Before we move on, allow me to convey some housekeeping guidelines. Number one, any questions for our speakers, you may submit them via the Q&A comment box. Number two, meeting and chat room for attendees are available for your networking convenience. Number three, please complete the survey for each of the sessions for us to strive to continuously serve you better. Now, should you require any technical assistance, please chat with the admin at the virtual platform. Thank you. Without further ado, join me in welcoming Gopi Ganesalingam, the Vice President of Tech Ecosystems and Globalisation at the Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, MDEC, to deliver the opening remarks of the week. Gopi Ganesalingam is a finance professional and an entrepreneur who has served in executive and board positions in the Asia-Pacific region for the last 30 years. As the Vice President of the Tech Ecosystem and Globalisation at MDEC, his goal is to connect and propel the global digital economies via government intervention, corporate partnerships, and innovation, aligning investors and funders, all of which will link global tech economies. With this, I pass the floor to you, Gopi.
Distinguished guests, members of the media, our friends from the industry, fellow government agencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a happy Monday and a very warm welcome to the final week of Malaysia Tech Month MTM 2021 with a focus on digital disruptors. As some of you may be aware, MDEC has been given the mandate of facilitating the growth of Malaysia's digital economy. We in MDEC, we are very proud that we have made huge progress on this front. Even with the current global pandemic, MDEC continues to successfully spearhead efforts towards digital transformation for Malaysia. Thus, it is my pleasure to be here this morning, together with the many extraordinary panelists, speakers, and practitioners from the digital ecosystems of fintech, digital creative content, esports, health tech, 4IR technologies, and with some of Malaysia's disruptors who recently made it to the global Forbes 100 listing. In the following days, we will learn how disruption and innovation is shaping the future. At the same time, we'll also be covering crucial areas in businesses such as fundraising, where we will be touching on the topic of alternative funding in a panel comprising of Pitchin, MyStarter, Crowdo, all moderated by Elaine Lokman of Arta Plus. We'll also deep dive into Malaysia's VC ecosystem with Tuas Capital, AC Ventures, RHL Ventures, and recent Panjana Capital VC Fund recipients, moderated by Dr. Sivapalan of MVCA and MBAN. MDEC Signature Initiatives Founders Grindstone session will be an interesting one, with a topic titled Scaling Beyond Boundaries, participated by Bintang Capital, Emissary Capital, and Credo, moderated by Saikit of MVCA. And on the 25th of August, Wednesday, we will see the Creative Tech Summit Esports Conference, which will be covering 3 key areas in the esports ecosystem, such as the business and investments of esports, a view into the industry from professional esports athletes, and a discussion on alternative job opportunities in esports beyond being professional players. We in Malaysia are producing such good talent in this area, and we must show this to all of you. On the 26th of August, in partnership with Austrade, we will be hosting Gain Connects Australia, a program under the Australia-Malaysia Tech Exchange, or AMTX, intended to build pathways to connect the digital ecosystems between both countries and to encourage business partnerships, collaboration, and exchange. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic has propelled the significance of digital health, where healthcare providers, private and public, seek to leverage technology as telemedicine, such as telemedicine and other digital tools to continue serving patients and to help to combat the crisis. Globally, the digitalization of healthcare has been accelerated, where innovation in big data and IoT are reshaping how healthcare is accessed and provided. On the 27th of August, we have assembled a sparkling panel to dissect or give insights to how digital health are reshaping their businesses, tapping into the potential of hyper-connected healthcare and driving towards a value-based healthcare delivery system. It will be a no-holds-barred session, and we expect open discussions on how this sector has to be tapped to realize maximum potential. We hope to address the elephant in the room in this session, so please tune in. My friends in the industry, we will also cover the 6 technologies, namely AI, blockchain, IoT, advanced materials and technologies, cloud computing, and a big data analytics, which are identified as the foundation to Malaysia's 4IR agenda. Strong growth in 4IR technology adoption is anticipated in the manufacturing, ICT, and education sectors within the next 5 years. However, 4IR readiness for digital and technology adoption among micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, is very, very low. This is alarming, and this must be addressed. COVID-19 restrictions and ongoing physical distancing protocols are a double-edged sword. Needs are acute, but limited understanding of technology feasibility is a huge barrier. Our panel, titled 4IR, Hype versus Reality, seeks to address that. Today, we will be kicking off the week with a deep dive into fintech. Hear about the latest developments and policies from regulators and industry players at the Regulators Boot Camp, hosted by MDEC and participated by Bank Negara Malaysia, Securities Commission, MVCA, and FAOM. This will be followed by the FinTech Showcase, featuring disruptive fintechs who have gone global. We will have a panel discussion and presentations on why the Malaysian market still draws interest from fintech companies. Ultimately, the Digital Disruptors Week is part of our resolve to create more unicorns, to nurture the country's tech ecosystems, produce startups in the thousands, establish more honeypots to attract talent and entrepreneurship, and devise the right policies with the government, all in line with Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint, or MyDigital. More than that, ladies and gentlemen, this is part of our purpose to foster a society that is attuned towards learning, innovation, evolution, as we work towards our vision of Malaysia 5.0, a nation that is deeply integrated with technology, providing equitable digital opportunities to the people and businesses. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to step into the Digital Disruptors Week, and let's all march forward towards the future. Malaysia, heart of digital ASEAN. Let's build together. Thank you and stay safe.
Thank you, Gopi, for that opening speech to welcome us to the Digital Disruptors Week. We will now be moving forward to our next session of the day. It will begin very shortly, so do click join session and also complete the survey for each session for us to continuously serve you better. See you in a bit.